Get down with some of the little twink. Sunday, 16/11, 37 seconds, year 2025, 3rd month, March 30th day. Neptune and Aries. Every 150 years it comes around. Last time it came around was 1870, and that was when the telephone was invented. New communications. Anyway, brothers watched some old vid from 6 months ago, got inspired with the old Blackie. Black. She had a sisterly brother enjoy some old Blackie. In the F sharp key. Brothers quite enumerated with the see, get some more light in here. Huh. It did add some more to the scene. Brothers quite enumerated with the F sharp key open B. Brother raised the back fret, and then it caused the 5th string to start buzzing. Thought it was buzzing on the fret, but it was buzzing on the pickup screw. So the brother lowered it back down a little bit. The F sharp key has an open B string. And the last box all the way to the top of the neck is the number 3 box, which is the refrigerator mode. A sharp 3. That's something new. Singing the Doe a Deer song from the 3 note or the 4 note. That wasn't the F key, though. That wasn't the F sharp key. Yeah, it is. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, that was the wrong one. The 3 note is A sharp. down here, the last box on the top of the neck is the 3 box. 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. That's A sharp. Now these strings are kind of tight. So now the brother has it set up from 6 months ago, from that last video that's in the previous video to this one, in the description link. Actually, it's, yeah, A sharp 3, B4. So tune it down some to loosen the strings up. Always go down looser and tighten the post up to the note. That keeps it tuned. Just tuning down to it, like that, and that keeps the string loose. Go down below it and come up to it, because the post is tightening. The torque is going with the turn. I learned that principle working in a mill with the glue rollers. We're throwing fucking plywood through it to put veneer on top of it. Play Self with Love. Gotta remember, this 5th string likes to come out of the boot up here. So I suppose if the brother gets this 6th string that's loose and puts it over the top with it and threads it through, so it holds that string down. Put some force on it, holding the string down. The 6th string just dumped out. It kind of wants to push on the 6th string up now. There we go. This tremolo system is set up on hardtail. Got 3 fucking bucket springs in the back bolting it down, but it does come down. Knocks the fucking 6th string out. Got the strings up real high. Learned that from Ingwe J. Monstein. last year. He says the guitar sounds better when the action is up high. That's because it's not buzzing all over the fucking frets, but it's hard as fuck to fucking fret it because the action's so high. But it's just a matter of getting used to it. It feels awkward at first, but with scalloped frets, I mean, it's a whole lot easier. This guitar actually plays wonderful when the strings are loose. 2009 album, everything was all fucking loose, so it can actually tune down a little bit further. So this would be Re, Fa, So. There it starts on fucking me. Your name to call my own. Far, long way to run. So you went so. But that gives a new riff for a song. Slow it down now. That's got to be C sharp key though. And of course the 3 box all the way to the top. Someone I guess that got huge hands ain't gonna be able to play the violin way up here. It's hot in here, man. Just fucking too much fucking wood stove. I gotta open the back. You need to open the doors. And then F sharp, going with that octave, F sharp. brother needs to strip down, get the jacket off, and strip down to the worldwide WWE Worldwide Wrestling Trunks. Was Jesus hung on the cross? And that's Jesus' first and last name. Was is the first name. It's not a question. It's a noun. Was Jesus hung on the cross? Get the socks off for the footies. Well, one would never know. Unless they was there. Some say he was hanging naked on the cross. Some say he had a loincloth. Others say he had a set of WWE Worldwide Wrestling Speedos on. So that at least everyone could tell that there was a brother hanging on the cross and not a sister. Or a tranny with his dick cut off. It might be the harmonic minor note, the G and C here. No, it's the C sharp is the harmonic minor. It's the sharp fifth. That's the E-based diminished seventh. E-based diminished seventh. one note. So it's going from the one note to the two note, or to the three note, which is B. But then that note, that's a sixth note. But the six is part to the three note. Is it? 3 is a 3-5-7. Now that changes the whole fucking chord to a 6 chord then with this note, Oh, it's supposed to be a 4 note. Ah, it is. 6 is a note in the 4th chord. B is the 4th note. That would be the one note, or that would also be a 6. And then that goes with the 2 because it's a 2, 4, 6. That's why that fits. And that is a 2 note. Missed the note by 2, missed the note twice, and then just mistake noted up to the note. Missed the note again, just bend up to it. Come shy on the note like Jeff Healey with the blind. Playing like a violin. Don't look. Feel it. See the vision in the stars? I was listening to George Lynch just, he had a video up from some 2011 guitar clinic. He hardly fucking picks fast at all. He's just fucking, and his note playing really isn't that fast. He's just doing a lot of octave skips, 3rd skips, 4th skips, or wherever the fuck skips. He's doing a lot of that. With his playing. And jacking off. And then he's got the Randy Rhoads posture. He just picks like this every now and then. Then probably does legato when it comes down, right down to it. It would be. I have to watch him more, but you know, so far that's what it's looking like. Never really studied George Lynch either. Never studied anyone really. Except for Yngwie Malmsteen. That was the only guitar book that the brother ever had. He had the fucking Star Licks, whatever fucking guitar book come out. That company that makes all the fucking guitar books, I had a fucking one of those so I could. But I had already figured out most of the shit anyway. Without the guitar book, you know, from the first album, the only thing the brother didn't know, wasn't acquainted with arpeggios. Couldn't figure out all that fucking fast arpeggio shit. But you know, the basics to the melody, you know, and the scales. The brother didn't know what a harmonic minor scale was back then starting out, but could figure out that, okay, so there's the note, it's a different note outside the scale box, it seemed like anyway. Rhodes, the brother was into Randy Rhodes when, you know, when he was young, and thought Randy Rhodes was cool. And Randy Rhodes had a particular style that the brother tuned into the aura. And whenever he was starting to write out, he could write a song when he was 13 years old in the spirit with the aura with Randy Rhodes. It was just, there's something with catching all those different notes he was using and just searching for him and come up with a song. I remember the brother started coming up with a song. He never finished it, but it sounded just like something. but then, you know, but he had already learned all the songs from Dio. You know, not every single song. Iron Maiden, you know, not Judas Priest, not everything. Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath. Edward Van Halen, although Edward Van Halen was like Yngwie Malmsteen. I couldn't figure out what the fuck a lot of shit he was doing either, Edward Van Halen. But Saxon, you know, all them bands. only one that was different was Blackfoot. Not many people listen to Blackfoot. Brother someone from school, you know, turned me on to Blackfoot, and I got the fucking Marauder album. I was fucking enthralled with that bitch. The Marauder album. I learned all the songs, but you know. But then after they were all learned, maybe playing their, you know, the acoustic one every now and then. But I'd learn them all. Then you know. By then, I was only a couple years into it, the brother got rid of all that fucking music because he went fucking Christian. And then it was on to Stryper, and that's all he had. Plus the Res Band. The guitarist for the Res Band. That fucker could fucking... Brother was impressed with him, too. Mother brought a fucking Res Band and a fucking Stryper fucking album. Put it on the record player, and the brother was like... Wow, this kind of hits the spot here. It's just kind of like exactly what I already used to playing. Again, Y&T was in there. Learned all them fucking songs. Brother was really into Y&T. Couldn't figure out that solo note for note, but could get it somewhat. It wasn't until like 40 years, 30 years, 25 years later, finally be able to figure out that solo. And it's hard as fuck. Still can't even play it up to speed. You play it fucking slow, but not up to speed. That's a whole lot of fucking Steve Vai. That's what Steve Vai's into. He'll sit down with a fucking anything and just fucking until he fucking masters it. But that's the strength Steve Vai has. Other than that, all his playing is flash. He's a flashy player. He plays flashy. Everything's for flash. to get noticed and all that stuff. But you know. And that's just the way he is. It's not either bad or good. It's just the way he is. Got a Yngwie J. Monty, and I didn't even really look at all the songs in Yngwie J. Monty. I just wanted to, you know, I learned probably, you know, just really just looking at the arpeggio parts. You know, never really could play his music either, note for note, or as fast as he could, or proficiently. Just wasn't into it. I was just happy just to figure out what was going on. That was all. I was more into just fucking playing whatever I wanted to fucking play. Which was all ears. But yeah. When the brother was first learning all that fucking Aussie shit music, all them 80s heavy metal before Christianity came along, the brother was into perfection and getting it down note for note. He could play every song note for note exactly the way it was for most of the songs, most of the bands. But then a friend at school, a new guy at school, who was the brother of someone who already knew at school, but he played guitar too, and he was already in a band, a one guitarist band, and he wasn't in one currently at the time though. But we befriended, and he came over to the house a couple times. We traded back and forth, just chording and soloing the chord and back and forth. But he says, let's get a Starlight cassette tape. And so I got the Randy Rhoads one. He was into Rush. He was into the guitarist for Rush, and so that was his thing. But I would watch him play. He would play like this all the time. It was all hammer-ons like Iron Maiden. That was his thing. That's Louis Tony Iommi plays too, but the thing, I bring it up because he would not play the solos note for note. And then I looked at that and I saw that, and I quietly within I thought, oh, that's different. And from then on, I fucking became conscious of that, and I said, and I never ever figured out anything and tried to be perfect from then on ever again. I went outside the box from that day on because of him. Paul Barnes, back in San Ramon, California. Went to high school, California High, back in 1984, or 85 probably, 85, that was probably the year. Because 86, I didn't go there. I went to a private school, 86, San Ramon Valley Unified School District, a private school called Venture. He wanted to do talent show, and I was scared to go on stage back then. So he just brought it up. I never replied. We didn't stay friends for long because then he ended up moving to a different city, next city over, and he went to the next high school over there. But he was into drinking alcohol, and so I got into drinking alcohol and all that shit for a year. And a couple bad things happened with cars, but nothing serious though. It could have been. Oh, I could have been fucking dead. I blacked out at the wheel once with them in the car, him and his brother. We just ran off the side of the road into a chain link fence which separated the main drag from the freeway, the interstate, 680 interstate, going north and south, right behind the San Ramon Valley Boulevard, it's called. road where everybody dies from wrecks. And I was doing a head-on, I was drunk with another different friend in the car who was into cocaine. And I played chicken with someone on the road because I was drunk and he was in the car. Ever since then, I never saw him again. I think he said, fuck this dude. He's crazy. At the last minute, fucking swerved, flooring it, going as fast as the car would go. Maverick, 1976 cylinder Maverick. Them fuckers are fast, too. Yeah, so, you know, some reason I was into Yngwie Malmsteen, I guess, the most out of all of them. That was because that was after Christianity. Then I went to the military, and I kind of got back into the old music again. I did. It wasn't no kinda. I did. But I would go through throwing it away, come back, throw it away. I would cycle back and forth all the fucking time for years. Throw all the music away, buy them all the tapes back, throw them all away again, buy them back. All the way up until around 2010, 9, 11, 12, and then that was the turning point, because that's when we started getting into private maritime law. Winston Strout, don't have to pay taxes and all that shit. Everything's treasurer pre-K because of the bankruptcy. All that fucking shit. Fucking. I'll just fucking beat the shit out of the fucking first string, fucking bending fucking notes down with that first string. Just fucking grab up to the highest note as it can before the pain gives out, all within a fraction of a second. Now, and every time the brother goes down here, all these fucking going down the scale, and then he always goes to the second string and grabs a note on the second string, and that comes from listening to the Yngwie Malmsteen, where he'd be and he'd hit the high harmonic. So it's ingrained in the brother's style, just going down the scale. Except it's just a regular note, it's no harmonic though. And just grab any high note. It's usually around the 3 or the 4 note for some reason. It always wants to gravitate toward that. Yeah, that's what it is, because it comes down from the blues box. 1765432, 1765432, 1765432. And then the second finger goes to the second string. You know, and then when Zakk Wylde came out, you know, and I wasn't impressed with Zakk Wylde at all. I thought to myself, this ain't Randy Rhoads, man. So I wasn't into Zakk Wylde, wasn't it? But when I really kind of started listening to the first album, No Rest for the Wicked, and I listened to it kind of, and I thought, huh, this is actually kind of good. This is actually kind of good. And Zakk, and you know, and as the years go on, brothers realizing, you know, especially when you two came out, this fucker is a straight up fucking musician. Straight to fuck up. Brother really wasn't into Dokken though he liked it. Probably didn't have a cassette, just saw Dokken on MTV. And Dokken really didn't come into the picture till the brother was already in the military, under lock and key. The brother remembers he would listen to Under Lock and Key in the fucking military when he went down below decks, you know, for cleaning the berthings and all that, and then go back to the flight deck. Everybody has to go through berthing cleaning. They go up to the flight deck and they come down, clean the berthing, learn to wax the floors, clean the toilets, pass out laundry, gather the laundry, and all that shit. And then there's also galley duty, where everyone goes down, spends 3 months serving food in the cafeteria or cleaning tables and shit. I was a table cleaner. And then the last 2 weeks I was a food server, but I got promoted up to the fucking chief's level. But I got fucking fired from the other place. They fired me and threw me in the fucking dish room as my punishment, because they put me in charge, and I immediately started giving everybody commands and telling them exactly where I want them to stand and what I want them to watch for. We ain't gonna have no fucking salt and pepper fucking shakers stolen and all that shit. But I didn't speak anything. I just said, you know, you stand there, you stand there, and you stand there, and you stand there. And I figured that, you know, with everybody watching what's going on, instead of everybody just standing off to the side, which is the usual routine, they just all just stand to the side, you know, and just wait for everyone to finish eating. I saw that the salt and pepper shakers kept fucking end up missing, so I put everybody on watch. The commander didn't like that, so they fucking fired me and fucking put me in the fucking dish room. Next thing you know, I went to the command master chief and complained. I said, well, you know, and said they did this to me, and all I did was, you know, just, you know. The next thing you know, he said, all right. I went back to the dish room. Next thing you know, I guess after a week of dishes at the bottom of the dirt level, I got promoted up to the chief's fucking mess. I was in there fucking serving. I was the salad guy. I put the salads together for the chiefs. The chiefs. anyway, there's 47 minutes. The brother opened up the video because he was all enthralled with his B string. It's the only open string with the F sharp key. Earing out the notes, you know, and if the notes are missed, they're missed. Change the key or something. It's jazz, it's a mistake note. But this is a Momstein lick that I learned from Momstein. Go down, then go back up with it. This is a Momstein lick. This technique is the quick hammer pull-off. So everything that happens with anywhere on the guitar with any string now. Then of course the arpeggios. And then the pedal point. and just go from there. And then the brother came up with the idea to go backwards with it. And that shit's hard. It's easy to just start on the fucking pinky on the first pedal note. It's hard to start on the ring finger as it and then go up one. But you know, I guess a lot of the pentatonic stuff came from Randy Rhoads. You know, and I don't know. And I went to a guitar teacher for a month out in town. Then we went on the vacation with Dad and Mom and the rest of the kids, brother and sister. Brother's the oldest, and never went. You know, and Mom's the one that signed me up, and she never signed me back up after that. So. But he taught me some Randy Rhoads solos, but for the main things, he taught me the fucking this. And he said, play it going up. And then he said, practice this. But you know, I had already knew how to figure out songs already anyway, you know, and I was really only excited, you know, to get to the point where I could show him what I already knew. So I learned the Saxon song, fucking Strong Arm of the Law, when we came back from the Mom and Dad vacation to Placerville, California. It's above Sacramento, the American River, where everybody got sick from drinking the water. Fuck. And when we got back from the vacation, of course, you know, I was never signed back up for the fucking guitar lessons. I was ready to show him that I learned the whole fucking Strong Arm of the Law song, solo and all. However the fuck it went, but you know, that was another band I was into learning. I really liked Saxon. That really grabbed me. The tone of the guitar. Whatever the fuck it was. I'm just earing it. That's probably what it was. Stop! We are the strong of the law. The brother already had that. That's just played it from never played that ever since. It's been 40, 30 years since I played that song also. It's just all, the brother's just really good at earing shit out now. Don't have to sit down with a cassette player to figure songs out anymore. Just listen to them and then listen to the song, and the song's just playing in the mind now, and then the brother can figure it out. Although he does use the cassette player or whatever the fuck also, but anyway. That's not F sharp. And then of course the D would be the sharp, would be the harmonic minor. That's the harmonic minor note. So it's the F bass diminished seventh arpeggio. That's another thing the brother learned from Malmsteen, was the diminished seventh arpeggio. And then when he learned it, the brother said, "Oh, that sounds like the Suicide Solution solo." That diminished the stuff. Brother got into it, and then all the solo guitarists started coming out after Malmsteen, like Tony McAlpine. Fucking really wasn't into Paul Gilbert. For some reason, his stuff didn't grab me. But there was one song that I liked. It was called 0 Hour, because it sounded really like the Malmsteen stuff. But he was like a Malmsteen wannabe to me. You know, it was subconsciously, it's just Malmsteen, but it wasn't Malmsteen quality. It was just Malmsteen speed. But come to find out, Paul is a musician. He's watching the YouTube video. That fucker is a straight up fucking, he knows the fucking music. But you know, a lot of guitarists got into Malmsteen because he was the one that fucking came over and fucking opened up everybody up to the fucking quick harmonic minor scale shit, classical music, heavy metal guitar. So he would really be the godfather of heavy metal around here. It wouldn't be Tony Iommi, because the godfathers of music are the classical composers. But you know, Tony Iommi, he's the godfather of fingertips missing pull-offs, you know, and Ozzy Osbourne style music, you know, and riffs, coming up with riffs or whatever the fuck, you know. Although he is the godfather of heavy metal in a different right, I suppose. And just because the brother's saying it doesn't mean that it is. It's all just a could be. There's a tendency to see that with the ESP, everything Russell says, everybody gets offended at because it's like Russell doesn't know what the fuck he knows, or he's crazy, or whatever the fuck. Russell just says shit. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Men always think everything's got to be logical. Women just want to be heard. They don't give a fuck if it makes any sense or not. That's the energy the brother brings. That'd be D sharp. D sharp 6. That's 1 fret shy, bending up to an F sharp. No. That would be a D sharp note. That's not that hard though, because that. Yeah, that's a 5 bent up to a 6. That's normal, so. Now an F sharp, need a scallop necks and a scallop neck, looser tuning, string tuning, and an 8 gauge to be able to fucking go 21 all the way up to F sharp, and have fucking be 6'3" with a lot of muscle on the hand to be able to get it up there and vibrate it for a long period of time. Us little Angus Young full moon guys. Us little guys, you know, us little guys. We just look like Angus, he says, I'm just a little guy. Little guy blow everyone off the stage though. That'd be a brother was into got a Marty Friedman tape. He was in other guitars. Vinnie Moore was one. Tony McAlpine. Those were the main ones. And you know, brother didn't have a guitar while he was in the military, except for you know a little bit of time, but didn't learn any songs from anybody back then. But he did listen to, you know, get off the port, ship comes into port, San Diego, yeah, went to the store, found the fucking Dragon's Kiss and was listening to that, walking around town all fucking day. And really enjoyed that fucking music, but never learned any of the stuff on guitar. Although the brother wrote a song, it's on the YouTube 2009 Just Play Man channel, and fucking all of a sudden the song just popped out of fucking nowhere from here. Brother played it note for fucking note with a different style than fucking Marty too. Kind of in the Marty style, but with difference. that hurts underneath. It hurts underneath, but you know, eventually that stuff will get hard and tenderized. Give it another 5 years, it should be hard enough, you know, to get through the pain. But the fingers might be repaired by then, before then. Brother was into Tony Iommi too, especially the three songs that caught the brother were the fucking Van Halen song, Neon Nights, oh no, here it comes again. Can't remember when we did so. Again and again. And then the brother would learn to solo too. Tony Iommi shit's hard to figure out too, cause it's all it's fast fucking pull off shit with some notes emphasized here and there, with nothing to slow it down with back then with the record players and all that shit. Well, I suppose the brother got a record player. The brother did have the record. The brother wasn't into slowing the shit down. That was boring to the brother. Fuck that. I ain't got time for that shit. Slow the shit down to figure it out. I wasn't in the blood, brother. Fuck that. I was just into fucking playing. And then figuring out the easier stuff, which was pretty much 90% of everything was easy to figure out. Then, so there's fucking Ain't Talking About Love, Edward Van Halen, Neon Nights, Tony Iommi, and then fucking Randy Rhoads' Crazy Train. However the fuck, you know, brother had learned it, and then the solo, whatever the fuck it was, haven't played that thing. Haven't played any of that shit. Mr. Crowley, that's where Mr. Crowley. And the guitar teacher said displays up and down the pentatonic scale. Fucking, you know, the brother could figure that shit out. He could, because they're just scales. It was real easy to figure that. Scales are easy. Scales were real easy to figure out. Just one note right after the other. Real easy to figure out. It was the fucking jumps, fucking, especially lightning fast. Fuck. Although the brother didn't say what the fuck, the brother just, you know, just couldn't get it, and just quietly within realized, well. And then, you know, it was Mom's thing that wanted the brother to set a goal to be able to quickly ascend up the scale and descend down the scale. And the brother's still fucking looking to get it down still today. And it's slowly improving every fucking year. Every year it's getting more and more efficient. And that tells me it is going to get to the point where it's just fucking unstoppable. Because the brother isn't in any hurry to get it down. No hurry at all. And he usually ends up, fucking when he's playing guitar, everything gets so fucking hyper and intense. There's no real relaxation. But probably once a year, the brother will probably sit down with it and go slow with it. With the economy picking going up and down. With every position possible. 4 notes, 3 notes, 5 notes, 7 notes, 8 notes, 11 notes. All the different odd fucking fingerings. The brother will just sit down with it once a year and master it, get it down. Then once the brother has done that for a couple days, man, all the fucking playing is just fucking. And then he doesn't play for another year. Golf goes into fucking hyper intense mode again. Because the brother just loves it. It's just wears the fuck out of himself, but you know, still, all in all, you know, it's like brother feels satisfied. And it's that self-satisfaction that all that matters. I don't give a fuck what anybody else fucking how satisfied they are. Don't give a fuck. That's just an exercise the brother made up when he was 13. So however that is. Although Tony Iommi is also from England, where all the composers are at, so I guess technically he could be the godfather of heavy metal. But he's not the godfather of fucking Bach and Beethoven. That would be Yngwie J. Malmsteen, straight the fuck up. One problem is he don't know how to read music, and he admits it. So I don't know. That's where Marshall Harrison comes in, and that fucker plays piano. And Tony McAlpine comes in, except Tony McAlpine don't sing. Vinnie Moore's good too. Vinnie Moore is off into exploration and other stuff that I'm not really into. He's into it though. I like the fucking fast classical melodic stuff. But you know, he's wanting to explore. He's wanting to explore all the fucking different ways to play a mode for 2 seconds, to go to that mode for 2 seconds, and who knows if he's feeling pressured, maybe he wants to be known as a guitarist that is able to reach all ranges. But brother was really into his fucking mind's eye. Really liked that one. But the one that blew them all out of the water as far as instrumental stuff goes, and it wasn't Steve Vai. Steve Vai is good too, but wasn't into Steve Vai for some reason. Just there was something with, I think it was something with the aura and the something in the air with him. It just did not connect. Although when the brother would sit down and watch him on a video eventually, or whatever the fuck, years later, that probably, and then figuring out that he really knows music, and you know, he went Frank Zappa and he had to fucking read music, write music, and all that shit. And Joe Satriani got in there too. He's one of the other fucking instrumentalists, but he don't sing either. So, but it was Tony McAlpine. He blew him up. As far as I was concerned, he was the fucking one that this brother enjoyed the most out of all during the instrumentalist age. After Yngwie came on the scene. Come to find out, that fucker, I wonder if he reads music, who the fuck knows, but he could play all the fucking Bach, Beethoven, chopping, slopping, bopping. He knows all the theory inside and out to go on Rick Bedio and have Rick Bedio fucking spinning, fucking out of breath. Oh my God. And he's talking about like it's fucking, it ain't nothing. See if I can remember this, and then it just comes right out. Tony McAlpine. But him and Steve Vai played together for some reason. There was no chemistry though. But Tony McAlpine still know Yngwie Malmsteen. As far as I'm concerned, Yngwie Malmsteen he's got that style down. Although fucking, but it was only just for 2 albums. His first album, really. None of the other albums really had it. As far as you know, come to find out that Malmsteen just copied some other composer's songs and put a spin on it. The brother's like, he didn't write that. That's an old fucking Bach tune. What the fuck? He ain't as good as I thought he was. Although he can compose good shit though. But as far as instrumental shit goes, it don't even match anything that he did on the first album, which was some other composers from the Renaissance's ages music. That's why. But he can still fucking trilogy album, Marching Out, all that shit. And even fucking some of the other albums, you know, the compositions are just like cool. Not all of them, but. That's all composition on the spot, improvising, but it's getting late into this video. Might as well have a break. It's getting hot. Got to put some wood in the fucking fire and put this guitar back on the wall. All that shit. Brother was hoping to fucking get some of the F sharp key going, but it's always, every time the fucking picks that guitar up, there's a plan, there's a plan, there's a plan. To bring something, there's a goal to shoot for something. It always in the moment, something other spontaneous always comes up and just waves the fuck out of everything. And then meddles with it with the original intention, but you know. Sometimes it don't go there. Sometimes it does. Pull the finger.